Driving test. Turn the car on. Okay.
You like that, you filthy
Okay, we're done here. Says here you're proficient at fighting ghosts?
Yeah.
But this place isn't haunted. You're welcome. Can you believe there are plants that are illegal? Plants. Can you believe there is love that is illegal? Love. Can you believe it's not butter? Butter. The fact that Tumblr can fit weed, bestiality, and dairy products all into one post doesn't even faze me. I really don't think they meant bestiality. I overheard these two guys in the hallway at my school, and one of them was like, "You always look so hot, dude. No homo, though." And then, like 5 seconds later, he yelled, "Psych!" and slapped the other dude's ass. Imagine your OTP. Driving through Ohio be like, corn, 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 corn.
Hell is real.
Corn, corn, corn. Grandpa's cheese barn. Corn, corn, corn/soybeans. Corn, corn. This is so true, it's not even funny. Having gay parents must be horrible. I mean, you either get twice the usual amount of dad jokes or get stuck into an infinite loop of go ask your mom. In one episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, they talk about how trans people have it difficult in prison. In the very next episode, the sentence, "Nothing is more attractive in a woman than the clear absence of a penis," is uttered. It's almost like B99 is a show made by liberals for liberals, and its progressiveness is entirely performative. I just want to point out, since the post kind of glosses over the fact that the last sentence is uttered ironically by a gay character who's trying to pass as straight to distract a guard at a women's prison. The running joke is that he believes straight people are transphobic and homophobic, so when he tries to pretend to be one, he acts that way. The joke is, no one around him acts like what he's saying is off, making further commentary on how transphobic and homophobic our society is. Tumblr taking things out of context to vilify something good? It's more likely than you think. Inside each of us are two wolves. One has depression. The other has depression. You have depression. I don't know why this is so fucking funny, but it is. Wow, I actually don't feel so bad. Maybe I'm getting better. Beep beep, mental illness is here. Why is this so funny? Last night at dinner, my sister said that she has a girlfriend now, and our uncle said encouragingly, "A girlfriend," to coax more conversation out of her, and my sister gave the peace sign reflexively, prompting my uncle to say without a pause, "2 girlfriends!" So my family went to the tulip fields, and my little sister didn't have a good time at all. Why is that one fucking tulip a different color? I would be upset too!
It is the chosen one.
It must be the main character in the anime. It got funnier when I realized just how many tulips are in this picture.
In a world where tulips are yellow, one dare to be different.
Every spring this picture comes back around, and every spring I crack up. At first, you see the row of tulips in the foreground and it's funny. Then, you see the rows stretching back for yards and yards, and it's even funnier. Heyo, so I'm throwing a big old party after quarantine. If this hits 1 mil, so if anyone's out there, please help me embarrass my sister even more 7 years later. Shout out to 10th century Norway for having the only medieval penal code I've read that not only doesn't suggest you torture people, but explicitly says tortured confessions are made out of fear, and you should specifically not listen to them. Good job, 10th century Norway. Also, shout out to Tumblr Mobile for letting me blog exclusively in hot pink. I feel like I'm reading Elle Woods' blog. This is actually really funny. In high school, my humanities teacher told us a story about one of the Europe trips he had gone on with the school a few summers past. So him and the group of kids were in the middle of Rome, and the tour guide had gotten lost. They couldn't figure out how to get to some church they were going to see. All of a sudden, one of the students calls attention to himself, and he says he knows where to go, and just starts walking around the streets, taking back roads and side streets, and within 20 minutes, they're at the church they needed to get to. My teacher asked the kid if he'd ever been to Italy before, and he says, no, he just knew where to go because he played Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.